to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
And we are back. Once again, we are tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho. And joining me tonight is the Gunslinger.
The Gunslinger is here.
It is too nice of a day to be doing a podcast,
I know,
honestly.
It's nice.
We're just going to jump right into it.
Jump it.
So last week I had Tiger on, and I think he's from like Indiana or somewhere. He'll correct me. Kentucky, Indiana.
In that area.
Anywhere.
Region of the country.
We were doing the podcast. I'm in here doing it, and he's sitting outside around a freaking campfire, like drinking beer, doing the podcast.
I want to sit around a campfire and drink beer.
And do the podcast?
Well, sure.
We getting my chickens crowing out there.
Well, yeah.
That would be no good.
Drinking, it might get really good after I get a few beers.
I know you haven't been here, but we can't have dead air, dude.
I'm just saying. I'm thinking about how many beers I would take for me to get interesting.
It'd probably take me about 2 sips.
Oh, okay.
So never done it. Haven't ever drank. I'd be just.
Oh.
I'd be done. So how have you been, Mr. Mark or Mr. Gunslinger?
I've been bombarded.
You've been bombarded. How you been bombarded?
Well, we got this new store now.
Dude, the counter's like 48 million feet long.
Yeah, we have to like send a post. We have to put a stamp on
send an email to
send it to the other end of the counter.
Carrier pigeon.
Yeah, it's big and it's a lot busier now.
Well, the only time that I get in there to say hi to you, you're freaking people all over the place.
All over the place.
They're all over the place, which is good for the business, but it's not good for me wanting to stop by and chat with my buddy.
Yeah, it's busy.
I just kind of like stand there like a lost puppy. I'm just like, go away, people.
I am literally like tired. Mentally, like physically, I'm holding up okay. But
it's like, this is not a place of business. This is a place for Todd to come by and visit all his friends.
Yeah.
And it's not working out that way anymore.
No, because we can't get away. I literally I can't even turn around and take a breath before there's somebody else, needing help. So
I know, but that's good it's good. It's a job,
for business,
it's job security. So you still getting the same people in, or are you getting like new people in?
We get our regulars, but yeah, there's definitely some new people that and like the old store, I kind of miss the old store because you could just get to wherever you wanted to really quick.
Now
you got to walk 2 miles to go to the bathroom, but no, it's like the thing is we're getting all these new people, and I think it's good because a lot of fresh faces and a lot of people that I don't think they ever showed up at the old store. I don't know. Maybe they did and I just never seen them.
Maybe they just have a thing for old Kmart buildings.
It could be. Yeah, could be.
So, are you guys selling lots of guns? Looks like I know you got just more counter space, but it kind of looks like your firearm numbers have been up a little bit.
Oh yeah, big time. We're
why is that?
Well, so obviously our opening day, which wasn't really a grand opening, but it was we sold 81 guns that one day.
It was a soft opening that the radio stations got a hold of.
Yeah,
that's essentially what it was.
We sold 81 guns that first day.
Right.
That first weekend, I think we broke $500,000 in sales.
Holy cow!
Just in 2 days, I think, actually.
So, and you still got quite a few firearms in there. Are they just coming in like on a regular basis now? Or?
They're getting a little more steady. Yeah. I think the manufacturing has opened up a little more.
Okay.
For the firearms, still no ammo, people. And yeah, please don't call and act stupid why you don't know why, because by now you should know why.
Hey, I walked in the other day.
We told you thousands of times.
I walked in the other day just off the street, and I scored 100 rounds of 380.
There you go.
Freaking unicorn.
We are getting a little, I don't want to say it's consistent because I don't want to be too optimistic too soon.
Right.
But like 1 week we got 3 shipments, like 3 consecutive days, and they were pretty good sized shipments.
Right.
Compared to what we've been getting. So I don't know.
I don't know.
Things are opening up a little bit.
Even if stuff's starting to open up, we'll get into the reason, the current news, Second Amendment situation here shortly. But with everything that's going on and everything that the president's calling for and all this other stuff, I think
my president.
Yeah, that's right. Ooh. I think that you guys are going to. I think it's not going to get any better. I think it's just going to ramp more people up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't have thought you could get people more motivated to buy guns and ammo than you already are, but I think we're going to see it. I think anything assault rifle, that's a bad word. That's not what they are. Anything AR-15 related,
sporting rifles.
Yeah, and I think anything like that is just going to start flying off the shelves again.
The thing that's getting me is I don't know. I'm going to call it greed. I don't know what else to call it, but I see we're getting people hiding ammo. They come in, they know we have ammo. They're grabbing it up. They're putting it behind a stack of pants over in clothing or something. And
it's like it's for either getting ready for Easter.
Yeah. Easter hunt.
Can I come in and hunt Easter eggs?
Yeah. We'll be, there'll be some freedom eggs. How's that?
Freedom eggs. I like it.
But no, it's getting kind of ridiculous. I mean, if somebody's that desperate or that greedy, I mean, I don't know. The ladies are always going through, they're always straightening stuff up in clothing. They'll find it and they bring it over to us. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but
you guys just laugh about it now.
I do, but it still irritates me.
Right.
Just that people are that desperate or whatever you want to call it, or that greedy just to, I'm just like, come on.
Well, just brace yourself because, the people got all the freaking stimulus money back. And, and now we got taxes and people should be getting some tax money back. And it's just going to be, they're going to have money to spend.
Yeah. Last weekend, I saw this first round of stimulus money coming in because it was all going to DMB.
Yeah. So. Paul said that he saw some 5.56 there today. I know I was actually alerted. I was actually alerted by someone I know. Jillian was in there.
Yeah.
And she alerted me that there was some 5.56 there today, which I don't buy 5.56.
We got a big pallet of Hornady Frontier.
Yeah.
Ammo. The Hornady rep came last Friday. We have a bunch of it, and it's not something we're just going to throw it all out. We'll put so many cases out each day.
Right.
Randomly, so that the early morning guys that come
don't get it all
the time. So we kind of throw it out throughout the day. That way everybody gets a chance at it. We're trying to play fair.
You guys are the ones hiding it in clothing, aren't you?
No. But you know what?
It's out there, guys.
We're
just go look for it.
Of it. You guys are hoarding the ammo in the back and not letting us buy it. I mean, they're telling us stuff like that.
I went and hit some behind the 34 Wranglers over there. Go check it out.
I'm appalled when they accuse us of hiding it on purpose.
Right.
And I'm like, we're doing this for the benefit of everybody. Not so you could come in and get your ammo every day.
Yeah.
And the people they really should be mad about is the scalpers. They should be mad at the scalpers, not us.
Yeah.
We're selling it at fair prices.
At fair price. Yes, sir.
I mean,
yes, you are.
I'm just I'm astounded. And it's pisses me off when I get accused of stuff like that. I mean,
so let's talk guns now. What long guns, rifles or shotguns are flying off the shelf right now? Anything or
22 Rugers, 1022 Rugers.
1022 Rugers.
Can't find them anywhere. I mean, and you go online to look for them. They're a $230 gun is now $500 and some bucks.
Is that because of it's got the almost like the survival gun connotation? You always hear that. What weapons would you have? What two weapons would you have if the shit hits the fan? Ruger 1022.
Ruger 1022.
Ruger 1022. I mean, do you think that's why?
No, I think it's just the semi-auto aspect.
Oh, I think probably right. Yeah.
But it started kind of. I would say it started before Christmas because that's really when they started disappearing. So
right. So what else is flying off your shelf over there?
We're still selling a few, long range guns. Don't have ammo for them.
But you're still selling them.
A few. We have a box of ammo we can sell.
There's some people out there that have ammo, though.
Yeah.
I think what you're starting to see now is I think people are buying ammo that they don't have guns for,
yeah.
and then they're going out and buying guns to match up with the ammo.
Yeah, they're buying the cart before the horse. Yeah. That's literally what's going on. Either that or they're trading what they bought for some that they need, but...
That's crazy. So you've got a few new models of handguns in there, right?
Yeah, we just got in, and these have just been released. Well, what is it, 2 weeks now?
Did I miss the announcement, or they just kind of just throw them out to the public and not say anything?
No, they're putting them out. I mean, Smith & Wesson put theirs out on their page, and then people shared it and stuff. So
I guess you got to be a fan of their page. I'm not.
Oh. But yeah, they come out with the Shield Plus.
So tell us what that is.
So it's a higher capacity than the regular Shield.
Double stack.
Well, yeah, it's a double stack, but it tapers into a single.
That is the weirdest thing ever. I've saw it.
It is, but it's very efficient because then they don't have to change a lot in their design.
So I will say this. I'm not a huge Shield fan. I do like the EZ line. Okay. Not a huge Shield fan. Just never have. I'm just not a little gun guy. But I tell you what, I picked up that Shield Plus, right? And with it being a thicker grip on there because of the double stack, that's pretty darn comfy.
When I held it, I'm like, this is what the Shield should have felt like from the very beginning.
Yeah.
That's exactly how they should have done the grip.
I still don't. Well, I'll get into this in a minute, but it's still a Shield in my mind, right? I would need like the triggers just like it. All they did was make it thicker, double stack.
The trigger's nicer because they did put a flat face trigger in it, and it's actually a nicer trigger.
You're right. Okay. So what other firearm came out?
The Ruger Max 9.
And it's about the same size? A little bit, a little bigger.
Really close. And I believe it's a 12 round.
So now what's it a continuation of, or how is it better than the previous model, or is it a brand new model?
It's kind of a brand new model. I mean, there's some design features of the Security 9, which is a double stack, but it doesn't have the exposed hammer. Well, it's not really exposed. It's just has a thing in the back on the Security 9 opening, but this one's more like the Striker Fire. It has the plate on the back, Okay. So, anyway, but the real like plus or the niche that they have on the Max 9 is it's got the optics ready. So it's cut for an optic. So
here you got two guns that, in my mind, are essentially brought out because they wanted a piece of the P360 SIG P365 and the Hellcat game. That's what they wanted, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I handled both of them. I didn't actually fire any. The Shield didn't feel too bad. I was actually mildly surprised with it. And that Ruger's not bad, and it's got a decent trigger.
Yeah. So
I'm not a huge Ruger fan when it comes to actual like handguns, but I wouldn't mind firing each of them, but I really wouldn't mind taking that Ruger for a test drive. But so you look at it, and you have Ruger, and then you have Smith & Wesson, and they're trying to get a piece of that market. And the Ruger is optic ready. Yeah. The Smith & Wesson, the Shield is not.
The regular ones aren't. They do make a model that is, though, of the Shield Plus.
Okay, so why? This is me. And I guess I can see it because they want more money, right? I mean, I can see it. But I think right now that if you are a firearm manufacturer and you develop a handgun that does not come optic ready, that's just dumb.
Well, yeah, and
everyone is. Even the freaking Sky has an optic ready model. I mean, come on, really? You're gonna let Sky beat you?
I really think, as far as machining and all this stuff, they should just cut every one of them for an optic. Whether you want it or not, that's your decision.
You don't have to use it.
You don't have to use it.
It's got to cover the piece they cut out. They screw back into place.
Yeah. So, whether or not you want it, that's your decision. But yeah, I think they should all make them now.
It's just dumb. Mm-hmm. When the Sky is outdoing Smith & Wesson, or when the Sky is outdoing, you know what I'm saying, a larger manufacturer, come on, I should tell you something.
Never thought you'd say those words.
Well, I mean, it seems like they're a little more innovative. Now, I could see Smith & Wesson saying, well, got this model. Oh, well, I wanted the optics ready one, but I already bought this one. I guess I'm going to have to buy another one.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see that, but my gosh, why aren't they all optic ready?
I mean, they're just offering. They have a performance center line. They have a whole bunch of different versions of that.
Right.
Gun. So I guess if you're just instantly want one, I guess get whatever you can. But if you want one with a slide cut, then
they
you're gonna have to wait
need
for
to
it.
all come with slide cuts. Yeah. We're 2020. We're
2021, 2020.
Whatever. We've come a long ways.
Yeah.
We've come a long ways.
Yeah.
We've come a long ways since Warrior Talk Forum when they were first cutting the Glock
since we
slides.
partied like it was 1999.
Yeah, that's right, man. This is freaking ridiculous. They just all need to come with cut slides. So here I am, right? I've done what?
Mr. I'm against the red dots.
Mr. I don't like red dots. So I love my red dot.
Yeah.
I absolutely. And
Don't you have a red dot on your VP9?
I do. Do you want to see it?
I do. Let's show it
So
off.
this is clear, right? It's clear. Look at that. It's freaking beautiful, people. It is beautiful.
Real sexy.
Look at that. It's just phenomenal. We absolutely love this gun now. I loved it before, but I'm going to tell you what. Have you shot? And we had a long, in-depth conversation with Tiger a while back about this. But have you shot a handgun with a red dot on it?
Mm-hmm. I've shot the TP9 SFX with the.
What'd you think?
Red dot.
Red dots are fun, man.
It was a little different.
No, they're fun.
I mean, okay.
Damn it! Don't you hang on to the old world.
I'm still hanging on, but it was different. If I had a little more time behind the trigger, I'd probably get used to it, and I'd probably like it.
Man,
so it was just I wasn't
slick.
used to it, so I might. The jury's still out. Let's put it that way.
I still like my irons, but man, the time that I put in behind my red dot on my VP9, that thing was money.
Yeah. If I actually did get a gun that had a slide cut like the Masada, like I want, I'd probably put an optic on it just to try it out.
Well, what gun do you have that you need an optic on?
I don't have any guns that have.
I got a Dremel tool.
Well,
I can make you. I can cut
files,
your. I'm only charge you $23.68.
Drill and tap it. We're
yeah,
good to
I
go.
can do it. I'm just going to drill it and say, "Here's some JB Weld."
Yeah, there you go.
Make it work. So, nice. Yeah,
You got to mix the two together and then.
So look at that. Paul said band coming in 3, 2, 1. You know what? There's actually videos still on Facebook. People are like comparing guns.
Because he showed the gun. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't freaking care. It's not like this is monetized anyway.
It's a sexy gun. I mean,
It's
what are you going to do?
sexy. It's stylish.
Yeah. It's like a Ferrari with the lines, It's like yeah.
If I get banned, I'm not out that much. We'll just put it that way. I've got
You're out your listeners, man. Come on.
They can listen. I will
That's
show
true,
up.
yeah.
I will show up. We'll show up somewhere else.
They can see it with their other senses.
I'll be banned for a little while. I was banned off Facebook for a while too. So
Yeah, screw Facebook.
screw Facebook and the horse that rode in on.
Yeah.
So we had a list.
A list or lisp?
I think both. I got a list. Let me pull up my list. Let's see here.
Not the one I found on the floor, was
No,
it?
that
Okay.
one's from long time ago. So we covered optic cuts on all handguns.
Already? Gosh, we're only 17 minutes in?
That's right. That was on the bottom of the list. So, actually, I got a Holosun 50. What is it?
507C.
507C. Fantastic little sucker for right now. I absolutely love it. I do have a Burris. I got bored, so I bought 2 when I was waiting for my plates to arrive. So, that's how you spend money. Just tell Todd he can't buy something because it's on back order, and then I'll spend more money somewhere else. But I do like the Holosun. Nothing against the Burris. It seems like it's a great one. I got a Burris Fastfire for sale.
The Burris isn't the shake awake though, so it doesn't have the.
Yeah.
You have to turn it on.
And I got these really cool. I'm going to show it again. I got these really cool little solar panels. Look at that. That's freaking cool. I went green. I'm a gun owner and I went green.
There you go.
You go.
That's a good excuse to
That's
there you
right.
go.
I went green. That's what you do with Biden's charity.
Yep.
Exactly. Well, the wife took that much. But where was I going with this all of a sudden?
The thing with
I want to talk about my women's group class again. I had my group 2 class, meet on Thursday, and they did the first run through of their version of the open hand combat. I tell you what, that is an awesome class.
You've got group 1 and group 2.
Yes.
So,
and my phone keeps ringing.
I got to do this. I got to say this, and I got to get this in before I forget.
Okay.
Are you going to have group 1 go against group 2 at some point?
I don't know. I've thought about it.
Like not in hand-to-hand combat or anything, but like shooting, like competition maybe. If they want to, or if any of them want to, maybe.
Quite possibly.
I think that would be cool.
I might.
I'm just saying.
I might. So we're gonna jump back to this. Paul, he bought a new gun today.
Oh, what did he get?
Got a Canic. I don't know if he got the Janitor Elite one or not, but he got a Canic.
Come on.
But he says he needs a red dot now.
Says it's okay.
Do you have a red dot at the store?
We have a couple, but nothing that I
You don't have the Holosun?
We not anymore because Val bought the last one. So
damn it, Val.
Well, you can't blame them. I mean, they're kind of nice.
They are. So, congratulations on your new gun purchase, Paul. But no, the women's group, my phone keeps ringing off the hook. So I opened up a third group, and I'm getting it. I'm feeling it too, right? I got to thinking. I was sitting down and I was looking at my little iPhone, checking out my calendar. It's absolutely mind blowing to me. It's not. I mean, I'm glad it's happening. Don't get me wrong, but not counting my permit classes.
Yeah.
I bet you not. Well, we're talking private classes and women's classes and anything that I've thrown out there, right? 90% of my business this year, all women.
That's cool, though. I mean,
it's cool, and I'm not complaining. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
I set up a men's group, shooting group, just almost the same thing, same time, same little less money. I got something on my eye, but I got one person to sign up for it. I got one guy to sign up for it. Is it the male machismo? Is that what
I'm sure that's a lot.
Is that what it? I don't need to learn. I tell you what, that guy is great. In fact, Henry actually jumped in and he's doing the class with him as well.
Oh, cool.
And they're getting to learn some of the new stuff that I learned.
Yeah.
And they're just eating it up.
I didn't. It's my fault, but I didn't even hear about this group. So.
It's been on Facebook.
I'm sure it has, and that's what I'm saying.
Are
it's
you
my fault,
not on Facebook?
I'm dabble
Come on now.
a little bit, but I'm kind of leaving Facebook a little bit. So
Don't leave us behind.
well, it's just I'm getting tired of Facebook. So,
but the amount of women that are taking classes, the amount of females that are taking classes is phenomenal. Are you seeing more women at the gun counter?
yes, absolutely. I mean, I've just in the last week, I've dealt with quite a few that I've even had some ask for me to do classes for them, which I'm not going to do like on my own, but if, I've already talked to you about it. So we've had this discussion. So
We have. I'm giving you the evil eye.
yeah, no, I'm not going to go out and just start doing classes. That's not what I'm about. So
Yeah, I know you're not. Never mind.
yeah. Okay.
I won't even go there. But no, I just, the amount of, I tell you, I have more fun. I say it all the time, and I just can't say it enough. I leave those classes with those women, and they get so excited about learning stuff, and they have such good questions. They got way better questions than guys ever do.
They're very receptive to.
They are.
Too. Yeah.
I have my wife's a part of that class too, and she comes out and I leave there just a huge smile on my face. They're energetic, they're excited, they are receptive, they listen, they ask great questions. They're freaking fun.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fun. Instead of I like having the guys in my class too, but I mean, it's way different with guys, right?
I did. Well, it was probably some of the first women's classes that we ever did.
Yeah.
I did them with you.
They're so much better now.
I had so much fun doing that.
They loved it.
They did, and I did as well. I mean, it was a totally different way of going about it, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's just freaking phenomenal.
Yeah,
they're just phenomenal. So, dead air.
No, I'm not.
Hey, so you used the simulator.
Yeah, I did.
What'd you think about that?
So I've used one previously at the college.
You got to give me a break. I got to drink some kombucha.
So at the college here in Southern Idaho, the College of Southern Idaho, that is, they have a post academy type class. Well, it's a whole course to get people certified for being a police officer. They have that simulator set up at the college, and I've used it before. It's really intense. It's really really kind of makes you really think about
what you do.
Like right off the bat, the first scenario you threw at me was the ATM one.
Yeah.
And I made a big mistake. I shot the guy because he was coming at me with a knife, but I forgot about the guy behind him.
Yes.
So, I mean, it just makes you think.
And it's you're not the only guy you're not the first guy to do that, that I've had run through that. So it's a neat tool. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to incorporate and what I'm going to do. I've got some ideas. I just need to sit down and kind of.
Some of the scenarios that we ran through are kind of silly. I mean,
they are.
But
well, it's not that they're silly. It's just that the acting is dumb.
Well, the acting's dumb.
It's very poor acting.
But everybody's different though.
Right.
Like the guy that jumped out in the doorway is like, I got you. Somebody might freak out and pull the trigger.
Pump him full of lead.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, that's
great.
what it's there for though. It's to throw stuff at you that you you may not even think about.
Try to get you to react and see how you are going to react.
Yeah.
So,
but I had a great time. I mean, some of the drills and stuff are really fun.
Yeah.
It's amazing how, it's kind of video game like, but it's not.
Right.
So because you feel the gun moving.
Yeah.
And
it's different.
Yeah.
So I was kind of alerted to something, right? And I don't know if it's, make sure my mic's still on. I don't know if it's a thing or not. In fact, me and another guy are taking a look at it, but I was alerted today that this person had been told that there was, I don't know if it's in the Valley or just in Idaho, but there was another instructor, another shooting school that was giving the Idaho Enhanced Concealed Carry Permit class, and ammo is hard to find. And they got permission through the Attorney General to use BB guns, handguns that were BB guns, and they were all gas actuated. It ran the slide and it did everything.
Like an airsoft gun.
Like an airsoft gun, but you're shooting an actual, like not a plastic BB, but like an actual, like a steel BB, right? And they got the okay to use those instead of actual ammo, because ammo's hard to find, and
it's expensive.
Supposedly they got it passed by saying, hey, look, it's shooting a projectile, it actions, it functions, everything just like an actual firearm. So this guy that was telling me about this, he helps me out with some of my classes, and he's going to do a little research on it, right? I'm not saying I'm going to do this by any means, but he's going to do a little bit of research on it and see if it's an actual thing, and I'm going to kind of poke around and see what I find out as well. Now, sure, if it's allowed, it's a good way from a business standpoint. It's a good way to keep business going, right? It's a good way to keep business going in that main class that everyone does, which is the permit class, and it allows people to keep showing up. So, more income, more money, keep it going when people are maybe backing off a little bit because they can't get ammo. Yeah. But I want to just throw this out there, and I'll get your thoughts on it too. And anyone watching this, you guys can comment and let me know your thoughts as well. As a business owner, I'm like, yeah, let's keep the classes going. Let's keep them going. All right. Let's keep people walking in the doors. I got to survive. I got a family to feed. I got bills to pay. But part of me is like, I'm better than that. I want to portray the importance, right, of being able to shoot and proficiently, and the importance of firearm safety. And even though Idaho is a constitutional carry state, you can conceal carry in the state. Anyone can, as long as they're allowed to have a gun. You can conceal carry in the state without a permit, right? If you are paying money to get the permit, I owe it to you, and you owe it to yourself. There you go. And you owe it to yourself and others to go out and train with your gun and actually get some good training from a gun that's actually going to recoil because you're running actual ammunition through it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Your self-defense ammo. I allow it, but I don't even like it when people bring 22s unless that's the gun I allow that, but unless that's the gun that they're actually going to carry for self-defense. I would, if I had my say, what I would say is everyone that takes the class, you need to bring and shoot the gun that you're going to carry. Right. I don't go that far. I'd like to say that. I like to recommend that. But as far as taking the concealed carry class with a freaking BB gun, I don't know that I like that.
Well, and we're all taught, that guns are dangerous, whether it can be dangerous, whether it's a BB gun or any kind of projectile that's firing out.
Right.
So the potential is there, but there's definitely something different between live fire, serious gun versus BB gun.
So now, and I will say this, though, I do have things. I've got my shooting simulator, right? That's essentially you're shooting a BB gun, but it doesn't fire a BB. It fires an IR laser that you can't see. And I do use airsoft guns to help people with trigger press and grip and stuff like that. And we do go outside and shoot some. So I see the benefits of doing stuff like that, but nothing takes the place of actual fire.
Yeah. Like Paul just said, the real thing, nothing takes place of the real thing.
Yeah, it's true. And I like what Paul says. He goes, I think it's important to shoot the real thing. It may be the only shooting these first time shooters ever get. And honestly, I think you're correct. I agree with you 100% because, you know, I there's a lot of people that come to class. They bought a gun for self-defense. They bought us. The comments are great, guys. Keep the comments up. We'll get to some of these here in a minute. They buy this gun for self-defense. They're going to carry this gun and they shoot it in class. And then that's the last time they shoot it for the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. And I can actually, so you know, these people that I'm talking about, because the one guy on my watch, he cut him, or he had his thumb behind the slide.
Yeah.
And he, you know, bit him. And he bled pretty bad because he was on blood thinners.
Yes, I know.
You remember this guy.
Yes,
so anyway, just this last week, the couple that I'm talking about, they both showed up.
Oh.
At the counter, asked if I could show them how to take their gun apart again so they could clean it and stuff. They haven't shot since your class.
Yeah.
And that was what, a year and a half ago?
Yeah, at least.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they you know, they were kind of embarrassed, so to speak, because they're like, we wanted to keep going and shooting and we just never did. And
life gets in the way, and that's an excuse, but it's no excuse, but I understand because it happens, right? Yeah. But here you go. If this is true and this has been allowed by the Attorney General, I just think that's a bad deal. That's a cop out. That's not a good thing. I think that those people need to shoot the gun. They need to know what they bought to
here's
carry.
What I would suggest is I would say maybe the Attorney General drops the amount of rounds required, like a 98 round requirement, down to like 50.
I could see that.
I could see that, but going straight BB gun, no.
Or could you do this? Could you, I mean, it just seems like it's a little long ways about it. 50 BB gun, 50 actual firearm.
I could see that.
So here's what I'm concerned with, right? So as a gun owner, you know, we go out and we buy a new gun, right? I know people, and I'm the same way. I will not, if it's going to be a carry gun, I will not carry that gun until I have shot it probably 300 or 400 rounds through it, right? Make sure it's going to function. Make sure I know how it works.
Put different types of ammo.
Yeah, yep. Make sure I understand it. It's going to work well and whatever. So here you got these people that bought this gun. I bought this brand new gun. I'm going to carry it. I got, you know, depending on what it is, I'm going to pick on the little guns. I got 6 defense rounds I'm loading in this sucker. Okay. And I'm going to carry it around on my holster. I'm going to go take my permit class. I don't have to fire actual rounds. We're going to shoot BBs. I've never shot this gun. Possibly the first time I will ever have to shoot this gun is in a self-defense situation. Right. Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? And here's the thing. Here's the thing with using a BB gun. Here's the thing with using a BB gun. There's all different types of guns. You have revolvers, you got double action, single action, you got striker fire, you got some with shit triggers, you got some with good triggers, you got 1911s. I mean, if
you're not familiar with your gun, you're
not familiar with your gun, you're screwed.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm getting amped up because I'm now all this is coming to my brain that because literally I just found out about this like an hour before the podcast.
Let's put the little CO2 cartridge in and let's shoot some BBs. It's a lot different when you're shooting.
You know, if you want to train with airsoft, that's fine. But I get those guys that are training with airsoft. Do you know why they buy airsoft to train with? Because they have a gun they know how to freaking shoot, and they know how important training is. Yeah, and they're training with airsoft. But then instead of shooting 100 rounds a week out of their carry gun, they're shooting 25. But they're still shooting. It's still something. And then exactly. So let's look about this. So when they try to renew the contract, I think this is how it works. I think they have to try to renew the contract every year with the states as far as reciprocity is concerned in the permit. Mm-hmm. Are we going to lose reciprocity with other states? That's
probably true.
Are they? Now let's look at this. Are they? This is all coming to me on the fly. You're looking at me like Todd's getting worked up.
No, it's good though.
So would the Attorney General? He's kind of a tool bag in the state anyway. Is he going to allow this because they want to water down our right to carry? They want to water down our permit so it's not allowed? For example, there's a bill, and I don't know, it hasn't passed yet. I think it's still they're holding stagnant right now. There's a bill in Idaho to allow teachers, right? Teachers who have a concealed carry permit want to take some extra training to be able to carry at school while they're working, right? And it hasn't passed yet, but they're working on it. So if all of a sudden you water, and no one wants this, there's a lot of people that don't want it. A lot of people that have voted it down. Some local politicians voted it down. And it's interesting because they will lock themselves in a room up at the Boise Capitol, and they will lock themselves in a room to decide this. They have voted against allowing people there, teachers, to be armed to protect your kids, but they are locked in a room surrounded by what? Armed security.
Exactly.
Okay, so if you don't want that to happen, if you're letting that stall out and you water down the permit, which is a requirement of this deal to allow teachers to carry, then all of a sudden
it's pretty much
it's null and void at that
yeah.
point. You're making it turn to crap.
Yeah.
You can pass all the gun laws you want. You water down the concealed carry requirements. People get this permit that is no good. States start dropping us. They won't pass laws because they know they can train with a freaking BB gun.
Yeah. No, it's not. I don't think it's a good thing.
I mean, this is not a good thing. Now, if this is a thing at all, right? This is what I heard,
Right.
but these are my immediate thoughts on it. Now,
The more you dive into this, though, I'm looking at the negatives are going to outweigh the benefits by a lot.
So let me pull this up here for a minute. Here, so you're doing some looking. Oh crap! Here it is, right here. Okay, talk for a second.
Oh yeah, put me on the spot.
I lost
Way
my.
to go.
I lost my place here. I actually went deep and looked up Idaho code.
Okay.
You keep going here. I gotta find this. I lost it.
Yeah. So, what am I supposed to talk about? Like
Just get ranty like me.
underwear and stuff like that.
The people talk about these comments.
and-
Someone says I should run for governor.
well, okay. Governor is a serious position, and
I would do good.
I think. Well, okay, you would do okay.
I would do great.
You'd probably, help the salmon and help,
Help the salmon.
help the guys grazing, let them put their cows out so it eliminates a lot of the fuel for wildfires.
What the heck?
Stuff like
We're
that.
talking about guns here.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I lost my
But
spot.
you put me on the spot. So
I lost my spot.
I'm just trying to fill.
keep filling.
I'm okay. Feel like what's
So how do you feel about it?
so, well, that's where I'm going is the more you get into this, like the deeper hole you start, and you're bringing in all these more and more things that could possibly,
the more nefarious it gets.
Well, it's the concentrated orange juice, right? The more water you add to it, the it's just not as sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what a BB gun is.
Okay. I'm going to cut you off now because you're kind of bobbling there from it. So I've looked up Idaho code, Idaho law, in the legislature and all this. It says, okay, so the course includes instruction in. I'm going to read this out here. Idaho law relating to firearms and the use of deadly force provided that such instruction is delivered by either of the following whose name and credentials must appear on the certificate: an active member of the Idaho State Bar or a law enforcement officer who possesses an intermediate or higher Idaho Peace Officers Standards and Training certification. Okay. Another thing that has to be taught is the basic concepts of the safe and responsible use of handguns. And we give you more than that. We talk about defensive mindset and all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then when it comes to the shooting portion. Oh, and then you also have to talk about self-defense principles. Okay. And then has two lines, live fire training. Live fire training, including the firing of at least 98 rounds by the student. That's it.
So live fire.
It does not say how you have to fire. It does not say what you need to shoot. Maybe I could shoot a water pistol or one of those little pistols that shoot the little plastic discs. I don't freaking know. It doesn't even say it has to be a center fire. It doesn't say it has to be a rim fire. It doesn't say it can't be an airsoft. It doesn't say it can't be a BB gun. Maybe we need to strengthen this shit up a little more. I'm not the first guy to jump in there and call for more laws. I'm really not. But being a libertarian, I don't really freaking like the laws. But this needs some clarification. These are people's lives. People are taking this gun. They're coming to class. They are learning the laws. They are learning how to use it. And then you want to release them out on the public. Granted, I understand constitutional carry. I understand the right to carry without a permit. There's some people out there that freaking need some education.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely people that shouldn't carry.
People need to shoot their gun.
Or at least not carry until they get educated.
And they will not do that. Too many people pocket their gun and they walk into freaking town. And it's your right. You do you. But you know what? You need to feel responsible for the people around you and yourself. And you need to do it correctly. And I honestly think this is the most irresponsible thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Would you carry a BB gun for protection? You shoot someone in the eye, could you cause them harm and damage?
Yeah.
Sure you can. Could you kill them? Possibly. Infection. There's lots of things. But would you carry a BB gun
No.
in a holster as your concealed carry weapon.
No, I mean, I've been hit in the shin by a BB and it hurts like a son of a gun, but no.
That, my friend, is a question that we should be asking.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's just asinine. The whole thing's asinine. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. 2 hours ago when I heard about this, it was a possibility. I was kind of like,
but see, that's the thing is I love it because you're bringing up some good points, but you're getting worked up over it, and we're not even sure it's a real thing.
I know, but if it is, I mean, this came from a pretty freaking credible source.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right there. And so I looked up the law. And there's nothing in there.
So
that says
let me go this route.
You
Let's
can't
say
do
that
it.
the other instructional institution that is they're supposedly doing this, maybe doing this.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Okay, so let's say that they're doing that. Does that make everybody's certificates that have taken that class like null and void? Because they actually did not complete the required training?
You would think it would, but if you read the description of the law that I just read, it says 98 rounds. It doesn't.
It says live fire, but it doesn't specifically say like.
Are BBs considered rounds?
Well, they're round.
Are they considered
They're
rounds?
spherical.
What makes a round? So let's break this down. Let's get into the reloading, the reloading aspect of this, okay? Just so we can break down what a round is. So what is a bullet?
A projectile, pretty much.
A bullet is a projectile. That's the part of the what? The round.
Yeah.
It's the part of the round that leaves the gun. The entire round is the primer, the case, the powder, and the bullet.
Yeah.
That is a round. I didn't double check that.
Does it say live fire rounds?
I think it does.
Well, there you go. There's your.
Yep. Yeah. Live fire training, including the firing of at least 98 rounds.
There it is.
So a BB is not a round. A BB is not a round.
It's spherical. It's
Yeah.
not round.
So I don't. And so we got it here. It says
Let's see, 40 round.
It says in North Carolina. So I'm gonna touch on this. In North Carolina, the requirements. APARC said in North Carolina the requirements for a CCW is 8-hour classroom and 40 round live fire. 15 rounds from the 3-yard, 15 from the 5, and 10 from the 7. When I was in Kansas, it was kind of about the same thing. At least there's a little bit of regulation there.
Yeah.
So we have to fire 98 rounds. We could essentially walk over to the dirt pile, put 98 rounds, and now it seems to be maybe possibly steel BBs into the dirt, and you're good. You don't have to score the targets. You don't have to do anything. Okay. I'm kind of okay with that. We don't walk over the dirt and put 98 rounds in the dirt. We do it with left-hand drills, right-hand drills, this, that, we kind of learn.
Different stances.
And different stances. That's how we do it here at Patriot Defense. I don't know how others do it. But if you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty, just like we pointed out, it says rounds. A BB is not a round.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Uh-huh. So one thing I could see, maybe they're going to, if they ratify it at all, is maybe lower down the required number, like the 98 rounds down to 50.
Right.
That would make more sense to me than firing a BB gun.
Yeah. I don't, and I'm struggling at first with this decision. And I don't, if they allow this, I don't think I'm going to allow it here. I don't think I'm going to do it.
Let's go the other way. What if they required 200 rounds? Would that strengthen the reciprocity of the...
Idaho has pretty good reciprocity anyway, because we really, I would have to look to know for sure.
But because I think it's already more involved than Oregon's is.
So we can't, the only places that we don't have reciprocity in, I'm going to get most of these right. Some of these I don't remember, but yeah, I mean, you got places like, we're not allowed in California. We're not allowed in Oregon. We're not allowed in Illinois. We're not allowed in like Massachusetts. We're not in New York, New Jersey. Connecticut, all that, Washington, D.C., okay? So I don't know that would actually allow us to carry in those places. They're pretty liberal ran.
Here's the thing, though, is like this is what gets me, and I'm going to go off on this, but Oregon, I believe Oregon's carry permit does not require as much
right
as the Idaho one already is.
Right.
So why is it not reciprocal? I
don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with and I could be wrong, and I think I've misspoke on Oregon before, so I don't know all the states, right? So I'm going to say what I say, and if I'm wrong, somebody correct me, and I'll take correction. And in fact, I'll redact it on the next show. I have no problem doing that. But I know Oregon has lots of municipality laws, which means that even if you go and you get you can go get a non-resident Oregon permit. and you can carry in that state, but you better know what you're doing, because in some of the municipalities, which is like local city laws, are going to be different than the state laws, and you can get jammed up. I think Portland might be one of them. I mean,
I'm sure it is.
Stuff like that. You can have heroin in one pocket, but you better not have your freaking gun in the other pocket. I don't know. I'm bad talking Oregon a little bit.
No straws at all either.
To be 100% honest, just to make the Oregon people happy with me, I grew up. I lived in Oregon until my last 2 years of high school, and Oregon is a beautiful place. I like to go over there for my races, and if they would change some of their politics, I would move to Oregon in a freaking heartbeat. I love that place. Okay, I would love it on the coast. I'd go to the coast. But anyhow, I don't know if they. I don't think I'd do it. I don't think that I would. And honestly, if they come out and say, yeah, you can use BB guns, I don't think I'm in. I'm gonna require live rounds here. Yeah. I have to do that for my conscience, right? I feel like I'm helping people.
I think that's better. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know. I couldn't bring myself to have somebody shoot a BB gun
and then
self-defense
and then unleash them onto
class.
The town. And I love the people that take my classes, but some people need some more help, and that's why you're here, is to learn. There's some people that I've seen come through classes. Wow. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They need more time behind the trigger. An actual firearm, not a freaking BB gun.
Yeah. And their own firearm.
Yeah.
They need to learn their firearm better.
So, yeah.
I agree.
There you go. I didn't know that was that 4-minute rant is what I had planned turned into like freaking 25 minutes.
Yeah, that went a good run. That was a good one.
I just kind of got worked up as I kept going. So
well, and you were bringing up stuff that like I hadn't thought of.
It was randomly popping up in my head. So don't take anything for granted. They're going to do what they can do, and you always got to watch the left hand. So why are they doing something?
Because the left hand has a BB gun.
Has a BB gun. I'm packing 2 BB guns. I'm dual wielding. No. This one over here. It's the deadly pellet gun.
Yeah, because it's CO2 powered.
Can you use pellet guns?
It's not just spring loaded.
That's right. Jeez. So, have you been paying attention to the news? I keep making noise over here. You've been paying attention to the news at all?
The news. Well, since I have reluctantly, well, not really reluctantly, but I've been off Facebook for a little bit. So
you dog. Why are you off Facebook?
I'm tired of it.
Hang on here. We got, someone's.
It's a lot of bad stuff.
Yeah, even Paul's 16-year-old is awesome.
Well, if a 16-year-old knows the difference, then yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this is a big breaking news, right? Maybe I should have come out live with this
breaking news.
Big breaking news.
In fact, they put it in big, bold letters even.
And I didn't even have to, I've been kind of busy this week. I had like 3 or 4 people here for 4 people for a big family group class this afternoon, and I didn't get a chance to sit down and upload, audio clips and stuff. So here's this, and something that surprised you, Mr. I work at a gun store. Come on. Well, I'm going to have to start sending you all these articles again. You're like the last time I'm coming here, Todd. You put me on the spot. This was breaking on March 24th. It still is breaking. It says the Ninth Circuit rules that there is no right to carry, whether open or concealed. So I'm just going to read you this real quick, a little bit of it, okay? It says, in a surprise ruling, the Ninth Circuit of Appeals has issued a ruling statement. Americans no longer have the right to carry firearms, regardless of whether it is concealed or carried openly. This impacts the right to carry laws in Alaska, Hawaii, California, Arizona, Oregon, Washington, and Montana.
So why just in those states?
This is why I couldn't be governor. I'm looking at the comments. This is why I couldn't be governor. First of all, I do say what is on my mind, and I don't think they'd allow me in there. Second of all, I don't understand how a lot of this works. I'll be 100% honest with you. Okay. I think it's because are those states like affected more by the Ninth Circuit Court? Is Idaho something else? Well,
possibly, I guess.
But what's going to happen is they're pretty much saying that you're not allowed. They don't recognize the right. They've taken the Second Amendment and they don't recognize the right that you have to carry your firearm outside of your house. Concealed or open. They're saying, sure, you want to go get a concealed carry permit? Sure. You want to go buy a firearm? Sure, go for it. But guess what? Don't leave your freaking house with it. We had a guy on from freaking New York, and he essentially said the same thing over there. You have it, but you can't go anywhere with it. You can't do anything with it unless you get this permit that's going to take you, 4.5 years and 58 signatures to get signed off on. So this is one to watch. Now, I'm sure it's going to go to the Supreme Court. I think they actually said that they would hear it. Where is that going to lie? I have no idea. I don't.
The
I don't
excuse that they
trust
gave
the Supreme Court.
was really. I laugh at it because it was like something about like, well, it didn't fall within the realm of the history with the this and that.
Now I got to find it. Now I got to find it.
It's like, what? I mean, I swear they're just making it up. Like that's like the dumbest excuse I've ever heard.
Okay.
I mean, the Constitution is the Constitution.
Keep talking, man.
The Bill of Rights.
I'm looking.
Flat out says, in plain English, shall not be infringed.
Okay.
So they're just making up something about history.
So let me go ahead and I'll just finish this article off, okay? Because you're not going to understand it if I don't finish it off. Says the court just issued the ruling in the George K. Young Jr. versus State of Hawaii case. Young applied for a firearms permit 3 separate times with the Hawaii County Police Department, only to be denied each time. In 2004, he sued both the county and the state in federal district court on the basis that his Second Amendment rights have been violated. Tell you what, dude, they have been. And if you probably shouldn't live in Hawaii.
Yeah.
They really suck for that kind of stuff, right? It's like a little whatever. Fast forward to 2021. We were looking for the year. I almost said 21 earlier.
Oh yeah.
I was jumping ahead.
Man, that's way ahead.
Yeah, we feel like we're there already. The Ninth Circuit issued their ruling claiming, after careful review of the history of early English and American regulation.
See? History of what does that even mean?
After careful review of the history of early English and American regulation of carrying arms openly in the public square, the court concluded that Hawaii's restrictions on the open carrying of firearms reflect long-standing prohibitions. And mind you, it says open carrying of firearms. They even consider concealed carry open. They're talking like carrying outside of your house.
So are they talking pre-Magna Carta? They're going way before America was even America.
Yeah. Let me finish this off here. It says Hawaii's restrictions on the open carrying of firearms reflect long-standing prohibitions, and therefore the conduct that they regulate is outside the historical scope of the Second Amendment, because it had a date on it. The court decided. That's what the court decided. It says the court held that the Second Amendment does not guarantee an unfettered general right to openly carry arms in public for individual self-defense.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but America was a country before Hawaii was even part of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So get this.
So what are we arguing about? Early English.
You got to listen to this next statement though. This is funny because they call it a scheme. Accordingly, and this is what it is, Hawaii's firearms carry scheme.
Yeah, it's a scheme.
Is lawful. The court continued.
A scheme is lawful.
They rejected Young's argument that the state law is invalid as a prior restraint because it vests chiefs of police with unbridled discretion to determine to determine whether a permit is issued. Joining its sister circuits, the court held that the prior restraint doctrine does not apply to Second Amendment challenges to firearm licensing laws. But guess what? There's one sentence at the very end of this article that just makes me feel better. Do you want to hear what it is?
Yeah, let's hear it.
The National Rifle Association, favorite people, who was not involved in this case, immediately took to Twitter and said, "This shall not stand. This is not an NRA case, but we are exploring all options to rectify this." Go to hell, NRA. I mean, come on, NRA. Get off. Jeez. Trying to remain relevant, but that's the minor problem with that story.
The one thing that they said is that the state, it gives the chiefs or whatever their own discretion. That makes more sense to me than the historical crap that they were trying to spew out. I mean, if that's truly what that state says and that's what the chiefs are, it's their discretion to issue.
It should not be their discretion. Though.
It shouldn't.
So
be.
You're like the state of Idaho here. If you, which you shouldn't even be required to do all this other crap, right? But if you take the class, if you pass your background check, they have to issue you a permit. Because what if you've pissed them off?
Yeah.
What if you were dating that guy's daughter in freaking high school and he doesn't like you, right?
Yeah. That's up to his discretion. I don't believe that should be a thing. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But that makes more sense to me on why they would restrict him from getting it than the historical thing that they were trying to say.
Right.
Because that's a bunch of bull crap.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. They're just trying to take it, skew
tie it up, and
they need move a comma, add a period, add an apostrophe or S or whatever they do to it.
Stupid.
So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. And I do want to touch on one more thing.
Okay.
So we had a shooting. We had an active shooter in Colorado.
Yeah.
So let me point this out. So it was 10 days. Okay. So we're going to back up a couple weeks. We had Boulder, Colorado come out saying that they wanted to reinstitute their ban on assault-style weapons, which is the AR-15s, right? That's what they call them.
That's what they were going for.
That's what they shoot for. That's not what it stands for, but that's what they shoot for. It stands for Armalite rifle, if you're wondering. So they wanted to reinstitute the ban on that, and they wanted to reinstitute the magazine capacity ban, right?
Yeah.
And a judge said, nope. Can't do it. Unconstitutional. Not going to do it. Not going to. Don't bring it up again. It's over.
Not going to eat my broccoli.
That's interesting. 10 days later, and I am sick of saying that these things are coincidences. There is no freaking coincidences. 10 days later,
in Boulder, Colorado,
someone shows up to a Kroger.
City.
I so badly wanted to say Piggly Wiggly, but it's not.
The same city.
It's a Kroger dollar something grocery store. The same city showed up with what? An AR-15
AR pistol.
Was it a pistol?
Yeah, but it's AR platform still.
AR platform. He was wearing body armor, and he started to think he shot and killed like 10 people. 10 people. Yeah. Is that a coincidence?
Which I might remind you, everybody, that he could have probably done the same thing driving his car through the parking lot.
Yeah. But is that a coincidence? 10 days.
Yeah. In the same city?
In the same city. Right.
I say
and then
coincidence.
And then the next day they caught a guy, I forget what state it was in. They what was it?
Huh?
They caught another guy trying to do the same thing. He went in, he like acted nervous, he went and sat in the bathroom for 20 minutes.
Oh geez.
SWAT came in and he was loaded down with guns and ammo.
I never heard about that.
Yeah, well, a lot of people didn't.
Oh.
So there's no freaking coincidences anymore. No, this is an agenda they are pushing, and they will kill people and to push this agenda. And if you look at it, they pick the people that have mental health problems. If you look at the history of this kid, he bought this gun. He was able to buy it, got a background check and everything. Okay, so he bought this gun. He what was his name? Right.
Ali Baba Aziz or what? I don't know.
Yeah. So
Ahmed, I don't know.
So yeah,
some weird.
So he bought this gun.
Syrian guy.
Family saw him. His family saw him playing with the gun in his bedroom, and they took it from him. Oh, there you go, Atlanta, Georgia. That's right. They took the gun from him, and I don't know if they gave it back or he just got it back a couple of days later. They figured he was still unstable to have a firearm. He talked to himself all the time. He had a very short temper. He would always talk about people. He was hearing voices in his head. He always talked about how people were following. Local law enforcement knew of him, and possibly even the FBI.
Wow.
But local law enforcement knew of him for sure. Right? The guy had some mental health problems. Okay? Yeah. All these people that they pick have mental health problems. Yeah. So is this I wish
How is it a gun thing?
I wish the Cajun Cowboy was here. I'm on a roll today. Yeah. I wish the Cajun Cowboy was here because there is those experiments they used to do on people.
The CIA used to do them.
What are they called?
The mind control things or the brainwashing stuff?
Yeah, the drugs and the
drugs.
What the
PCP
freaking hell is that called? So are they taking?
Well, they did that to the Unabomber guy.
Yeah, it
was the same way.
Are they doing this to people? I mean, this show just took a hard turn, right? Boy. But I mean, look at it. It's all the people they can control with drugs, the people that are kind of crazy, the people that have mental problems. They're the ones that do all these freaking shootings.
Yeah.
What?
And then they're still not saying it's a mental thing.
What is? Keep talking.
That's what I don't get is how is this not a mental thing?
Yeah.
So this is basically what's going to go on. Is this guy does this with a gun? So what are they going to go after? They're going after your guns. But let's say some mentally insane person's driving a car, wrecks into a whole crowd of people, and kills them all. Are they going to take everybody's cars away?
Yeah. So
I'm like, that's the same logic.
It is. Project MK Ultra.
Oh, okay.
The MK Ultra crap, where they fed people a bunch of drugs, they mind controlled, and they did all kinds of stuff. I mean, They could, these people go in. I'm lost for words. People go in. They do these shootings right when they need them to, right after something, right before bills are being pushed. These people. I doubt these people are acting on their own accord.
Well, how much of it is like, oh, we're doing this, so we're gonna make this happen, so that you don't notice this.
Well, yeah,
that stuff happens too.
Or we want to push this, or whatever it is.
Yeah. They're doing it for an agenda. That's
we need freaking Cajun Cowboy here because he needs to talk about this MK Ultra.
Yeah.
And I know this is a weird twist, but
it's not.
What do you think anymore? There's nothing else to think.
It's getting to be to the point where, you talk about coincidental. It's almost obvious now. I mean, there's no coincidence anymore.
Right.
It's just, do they think we're stupid? We're just gonna go along with it.
They think we're just gonna take it.
No, we're looking right through them. I mean, it's obvious.
Wow, I never thought I'd bring up MK Ultra stuff.
Look how fast he politicized it.
Oh, quickly!
Just bam, like that.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah. So that was their whole goal the whole time.
Yeah, you can't. This is not a coincidence.
No,
this is not a coincidence. No, it's not. And I don't know if it's the MK Ultra, right? But it fits in. Something's going on. These people match almost everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're gonna have your random guys in there just go freaking nuts, right? They're all on medications of some sort, right? They're all got mental health issues. They talk to people. They talk to themselves. All this stuff, but somehow they still get guns, right? We come out that the FBI knows about a lot of them beforehand, or they've been in touch with law enforcement, yet they're still out there. I don't know. You guys, it's not a gun problem. It's a societal problem. It's a mental health problem. It's an MK Ultra problem. Freaking hell. Where they're not reporting stuff when they should. The guy in Texas that was a ex-military guy, he got dishonorably discharged, and the Air Force never reported it to the FBI. He was able to buy a gun because he passed a background check because they never reported that. But they're saying mental health for him too, right? Well, yeah. So so they all have ties back to the FBI and the government and the CIA. And the government essentially, I better shut up. The government essentially is not doing their job. They're not doing the required things to keep people from getting guns. I think they're making this shit happen. If that's what is supposed to happen, like if you're dishonorably discharged, you should not have a gun. Yeah, it's on the freaking question. Form. Yeah. So, if they're not submitting stuff to the background check system, it's failing. I got dishonorably discharged from preschool. Yeah. So, is it our fault that it's failing? No, it's the government's fault that it's failing. Right. So why are we to pay for it? I don't know, man. It's just... Yeah. Anyhow, okay. I'm tired. I've spent all my energy. The damn kombucha was good today. I tell you what, it got me. Yeah, it got you going. It got me going. Anything else you want to add, sir? No, I'm good. I just please be patient with the ammo situation. The ammo situation. That's right. We're doing what we can. Anybody that listens and shops at my store, we're doing what we can. See, A Park says, if my wife bought a shirt today that says, if guns kill people, I guess pencils misspell words, cars drive drunk, spoons. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The one I think you've mentioned this before, possibly in the past. I saw the meme floating around Facebook for a while, but when Cain killed Abel, God didn't blame the rock. Nope. So didn't it all? Yeah, it's true. So at some point you have to start taking personal responsibility for your actions, and for sure, that's something I think that they should come down on these people a little harder. And maybe it'll make other people think twice about doing it. Yeah, exactly. They need to enforce the laws that they have and not try to make new ones. But anyhow, I want to thank everyone. We had fantastic involvement on YouTube Live, and it's fun. I always enjoy reading. I love the live chats. I do love the live chats, and takes us lots of places that we probably weren't going to go. So it does, and we always appreciate the support. And it's not a huge number, but I will say that we have got our YouTube Live subscribers up to 99. Yeah. I don't know what happens when we hit I don't know what happens when we hit 100, but I don't know. Share it though. We got to break that 100 mark. Everybody share it. So. Oh, hey, how 0? Yeah, I already answered the PDP. So. Oh, did you? I'm sorry, I missed it. Yeah. We haven't got any yet. That's why. So. I really want to see one though. I'm very interested. Just keep talking for a minute. We're not done yet. Oh. I just recalled something.
That PDP is the new
Keep
Walther.
chatting.
Which is from all I've been reading on the PDP is actually all good stuff, and I'm very interested in getting my hands on one. Might even buy one if I like it enough. So
let me keep talking.
okay.
I'm like, I haven't found what I wanted to find yet.
You're like, go, stop, go, stop. Red light, green light.
This is why I can't do this myself very well. Keep going.
I don't know. That's all I'm going to say about the PDP because I haven't seen it. I can't really make a.
Oh, it is. Never mind. Okay, so I know who A Park is all of a sudden, but I'm way behind. I'm way slow. I'm pretty sure I know it. So
I figured you knew the whole time.
No,
I've seen him on here before.
I know, but I'm a little behind. So, okay, Gunslinger. He was asking about the PDP because he just bought one.
Oh, right on. Cool.
And he just went out and and I'm going to read it too. Now I got to freaking find it again. He went out and he shot it for the first time today.
Nice.
He said he loved it. He thinks it's absolutely
I've heard
amazing.
really good things about it. So
this is the one everyone's wanting, right? Yeah.
It's high demand right now.
Is this yeah, see, I knew it. I'm sorry I didn't recognize you sooner. I had to go back up to the top of our text message to remember your name. You guys don't understand how many.
We love our listeners here.
You don't understand how many people text me a day that. Yeah, I have a hard time.
I texted you that one time and you were like responding to somebody else, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I might have. He says the trigger is 4.5 pounds of pull, but it's crisp and has an audible click on reset. Comes with 3 different size back straps. It's red dot ready, so they're doing something right.
Yep.
He shot 100 rounds, and he says his Glock should now be jealous.
Oh, well, I've heard that too.
So
I'm still a big Glock guy, so
let me ask.
I'll make that decision.
Let me ask you this. So he was considering buying this.
What is it?
Sweet. We got 100 now. His wife just joined and subscribed.
Oh, cool.
Sweet. Thank you.
Right
you.
on.
I don't know what happens at 100, but we're fixing to freaking find out. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm way behind. I got you on text, man.
He's almost broken 2 cameras.
See, watch this.
So you know.
This is. I got you, man. I will just text him right now. So let me look here. It was Sarah's on there. We love Sarah. She listens watches every week. So it says that he was shopping. He had his choice between the Walther PDP and the Mossad.
Masada?
I don't know. He called it Mossad. IWI.
IWI Masada.
So
I want that gun very bad.
What's so nice about that gun? I'm thinking I need to get
optics ready also.
I need to get into some CZs.
We got a couple P10s in.
Okay, but so he chose this over the Masada. Why? Yeah. Why is there a reason he should have?
Oh man,
Amanda's on.
See, it would be really hard for me if I had a PDP and a Masada like to choose from because I've been wanting the Masada for a while.
I haven't handled either of them.
I like the Masada quite a bit. We had one at the store.
Is it striker fired? What is this thing? Okay.
And it's optics ready as well. I mean,
well, right there, I'll buy it. I'm going to buy optics ready.
I should have done it.
I'm going to buy optics ready stuff from now on.
But the PDP is really, kind of getting my interest up a little bit. So if I had a choice between the two, I'd probably.
Why do people like the PDP? Is it like it's
a new?
Henry, right?
Yeah,
he's got a Walther. I don't know which. Yeah. Well, he had one.
I had one too,
but
at one time.
I'm not super impressed. I mean, it's okay. So
Tarver's got a Walther. He had that. What was it? PPQ.
That big
match. Yeah.
They're okay. I don't think they're bad. Good. But I mean, what makes the PDP that much better?
Well, I haven't really looked at it enough. So
they kind of like HKs.
Yeah, in fact, Walther and HK are pretty much.
I love
almost the same.
They have the little stag mark.
They're
on them.
Almost the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the HK. You should have bought a P30. So
I don't think he's gonna regret the PDP. I really don't.
No. I'm just giving him a hard time. I already made him freaking cry.
I probably would go with the Masada myself, just because I've been wanting one for so long.
Okay,
but I would prefer both of them.
If I get you to buy the Masada and I get Henry to buy the PDP because he wants one,
yeah,
and then I can just pick between the two and just buy one.
The Masada's cheaper, so I'll take that.
Okay, there you go. Okay, well, I think we're actually going to finish this thing up. We got Mark come over here for like an hour podcast. Then we went over 3 hours because what we do is I made him play on. Well, he wanted to play on the simulator, and then we had and showed him a bunch of music videos on on YouTube, and then we finally did the podcast. It was
we played with Hot Wheels and stuff.
It was share your music video day today. So.
Got the G.I. Joes out. We were playing G.I. Joes.
Exactly. So if you listened, I really, Walter is HK's evil sister. HK's way better. So I really appreciate all the involvement on YouTube Live and the subscribers. I do love it. Share it on your social media. That would be fantastic. Get anyone you know. I don't care if they want to watch it or not. They need to subscribe.
Just have them subscribe.
Just have them subscribe. Yeah. Subscribe for them. Yeah. You're at work. Your coworker sets his phone down. Pick it up. Subscribe.
Quality material, but just get them to subscribe.
Just get them. We may not be on here for long. I just pointed a gun at the freaking camera.
Yeah,
so
we're getting booted off.
We'll see what happens. But if you listen, that's fantastic. I sure do appreciate that. Share it on social media. I tell you, I can be reached, and I may not recognize you when you actually show up and like comment like on YouTube Live, but
it has been known to happen.
It has been known to
guaranteed your money back if you don't like
That's
it.
That's right. Exactly. So where was I going? Oh, if you want to comment, if you got a story, if you want to be on the podcast, we'll put you on. Do you have a problem putting people on the podcast?
I don't have a problem at all. In fact, I liked it when we had was it John from New York?
Yes, we got Mo. Mo is going to be on.
That's going to be cool.
She's going to be from Boston.
That's going to be cool.
She's going to do something about
cars and
She's going to do something about parking my car at Harvard Yard.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
She's going to love it.
I'm a Red Sox fan, so I love it.
I cannot wait till she shows up. Anyhow, you can get a hold of me. You can call me. You can text me. Area code 620-794-6223. That's area code 620-794-6223. I almost forgot what my phone number was for a minute.
You don't call yourself, do you?
No.
Well, there you go.
Sometimes.
No.
I get lonely. Anyhow, I will be back. I don't know about you. I don't know about your work schedule, but I want to be back. I plan on coming back next weekend. Probably not Saturday night. I think we're doing Easter Saturday night. I'm not sure. But we'll try to do it early.
Is Easter that? Is it that?
It's this weekend.
It is coming up, isn't it?
So it is. Anyhow, I think we got to go because I'm just about out of kombucha, and even though I made him cry,
you still need to get that T-shirt, the kombucha and gunpowder.
I do. I need to get that.
Awesome.
I kind of overspent. I'm on a spending freeze for a little.
You think? Every time I come over here, you got some new toy to play with.
I just got a new vacuum press.
I thought you were going to say vacuum.
Someone might start making holsters. I don't know. Someone might. Oh, there you go. Boston all the way. Someone might start making holsters. I don't know who that might be, but we'll see. All my guns might be stuck in Kydex when I won't get them out or something.
For those listening and not watching, I'm pointing at myself and shaking my head no.
Yeah, there you go. Anyhow, I think we got to go. We're just rambling at this point. Thanks for joining us. I do appreciate it. Share it. If you got anything to say, get a hold of me. I gave you my number. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.